Yes, we will start with the third chapter, that is projection of plane surfaces. Now, what do you mean by plane surface? So, any two-dimensional surface which is formed by connecting three or more non-collinear lines, then it is called as a plane surface. So, it is a two-dimensional surface with negligible thickness. The thickness of that surface is negligible. Now, for example, here we have a surface. So, this is a rectangle. So, it has 4 edges or 4 sides, then its thickness will be negligible or very less. So, we are not going to consider the thickness. So, that type of surface we call it as plane surfaces. Now, in the plane surface we have various shapes starting from square, rectangle, then we have the triangle, then we have the pentagon, that is 5-sided one. So, it is called as pentagon, or hexagon, that is 6-sided. So, these are all the various plane surfaces. Now, these plane surfaces we can divide into two. One is called as regular plane surface and irregular. Regular plane surface and irregular plane surface. Now, what do you mean by regular plane surface? If all the sides of a plane surface is equal, then it is called as a regular. For example, if you take this pentagon or hexagon, so we have 6 sides here, all the 6 sides are equal. So, this is called as a regular hexagon. Then what do you mean by irregular? If all the sides are not equal, then it is called as the irregular polygon. So, regular polygon means a polygon in which all the sides are equal, we call it as regular polygon, and if the sides are not equal, then we call it as irregular polygon. Now, we will take this plane surface, a rectangular plane. Now, in this chapter, for the projection of planes, first you have to understand what is the meaning of some terminology. One is called as a edge. Edge means the side. These are all the edges. For a rectangle, we have 4 edges, 4 edge or 4 sides, and corners. So, these are all the corner. 4 corners are there, edge and corner. If you take the hexagon, then we have 6 edges and 6 corners. So, we can make the lamina or the plane surface. Plane surface is also called as lamina. Now, this is a pentagon. We have 5 sides or 5 edges and 5 corners. So, we can make the plane surface or the lamina to rest on HP. So, for example, you consider this as HP. So, we can make it to rest like this. That means, the lamina is resting on one of the edge or one of the side. Or if I make it to rest like this, now the lamina is resting on one of the corner. So, this is very important, you have to take care. Lamina is resting on the corner or lamina is resting on the edge. So, this you have to remember, that will be given in the problem. a pentagonal lamina of so many sides is resting on one of its sides, that means it is the edge condition, or one of its corner, that means corner condition. Then its thickness is neglected, so we are not going to consider the thickness for this. Now, this is the surface of the lamina. Now, before going for the actual solving of the problem, we will discuss little about construction of regular, pentagon and hexagon, square, rectangle, triangle. You can construct, already you are aware of that. Then how to construct a pentagon? That is 5-sided. The side of the pentagon will be given, a pentagon of 40 mm side. 40 mm side means draw a 40 mm line. So, this is 40 mm. Then like this included angle is 108, that is the inside angle will be 108, this also 108. Now, this you have taken as 40 mm. Similarly, this also you have to take the same length. So, this also same length. Then take the compass and take this distance and keep the center here and draw one arc like this. Similarly, with the same radius, you keep this as the center, the other corner, and cut this. Then join this like this. So, this is the way of constructing the pentagon. So, inside angle is 108. So, the principle is for any regular polygon, sum of all the external angle or outside angle will be 360 degrees. Now, here we have 5 sides. So, 360 divided by 5, it will be 7 to 72. That means the outside angle will be, this is the outside angle, this will be 72. So, that then what is the inside angle? 180 minus 72 is 108 degrees. So, that is how we are going to get. This is the theorem, already you have resolved this. Sum of the outside angles will be equal to 360 degree for any regular polygons. Now, once again I will repeat, because this is very important, many of you are making it mistakes. So, take the line like this length is equal to side of the pentagon, maybe 40 mm, 30 mm or 25 mm or 50 mm, that will be given in the problem. So, draw that line, maybe vertical line or horizontal line, that you will come to know later how to draw, when you have to draw horizontal line and when you have to draw the vertical line. Then from here you take an angle of 108. So, do not write this number. So, this is only to understand you I am writing. So, do not write in all the problems 108, all those are not required. Draw the two sides, then take the same length here also same length, then take this radius in the compass with this as the center, draw one arc with this as the center, cut that, then join like this. So, this is the regular pentagon. Now, while drawing, you have to take care that the arc what you are going to draw. So, do not draw the arc like this very dark. So, do not draw the dark arc. So, it is a very light arc only to get this point. Do not make it a dark line like this, do not show like this, because there is no extra part for the pentagon. So, that is why just draw a light arc. So, that is sufficient. So, this is regarding the pentagon. Now, coming to hexagon, 6-sided. How to draw the hexagon? A regular hexagon, six-sided of any side. For example, I will take 50 mm side. Then the procedure is take the compass and radius equal to 50 mm, that is side of the hexagon. You have to remember like that. So, in the compass, if you want to draw the hexagon, then you have to take a radius which is equal to side of the hexagon. For example, this is the hexagon. If the side of this is 50 mm, then take your compass and take the radius equal to side of the hexagon. So, radius equal to side of the hexagon. Then draw a light circle. Draw a light circle like this. What is the radius? Radius equal to side of the hexagon, that you have to remember. Like this. Then this is the center. Draw the horizontal diameter or vertical diameter, light line, any one, not both, either vertical diameter or horizontal diameter, a light line, do not draw it a dark line, just light line. Circle also should be very, very light, and the diameter what you are going to draw, it also should be light. Then with the same radius, that is equal to side of the hexagon, keep this as the center, one end of the diameter, and cut like this, one arc. Similarly, from the other side here, one more arc, and keep on the other end of the diameter and cut like this. From the same point, you cut like this. So, we are going to get the 6 points. So, this is 1 point, this is 1, then 2 more points here, 2 more points. Then you join the points by a straight line. So, you are going to get a hexagon. Only the hexagon should be dark, remaining all the construction should be as light as possible. Now, I will repeat that in the vertical diameter. What is the procedure? The same radius what you have taken for the circle, that is side of the hexagon, keep it here, this is the center, and cut like this on both sides. Similarly, you keep it on the other end, cut like this. Then join to this point, one end of the diameter, like this. Now, you can see the hexagon, both the hexagons are same, but they are positioned in different way. One is with the horizontal diameter and the other one is with the vertical diameter I had drawn. That means, one is like this, the other one is like this. The positions has been changed. So, different problems we may require to start the hexagon like this, or we may have to start like this, that you have to remember. How to draw a hexagon like this, which diameter you have to draw, either horizontal diameter or vertical diameter. So, this is the constructions. So, you have to practice this, very important, because many of you are not drawing the hexagon or pentagon properly, then whatever the problem you are going to solve, it is of no use. So, that is why you practice how to construct regular pentagon and regular hexagon. You take your notebook and construct 2 pentagons of 50 mm and 40 mm sides, and 2 more hexagons of 40 and 50 mm size in your notebook. That is for the practice. Similarly, you can practice the triangle and square also. So, this is the preliminary requirement for the projection of plane, that is how to construct the plane surface. Now, in this projection of planes, so this is the VP and HP, the quadrant system, first quadrant. So, this is the plane surface. This is the plane surface. The surface may be a hexagon or it may be a triangle also. This is a triangular lamina, the simplest lamina with 3 sides. So, this is a equilateral triangle, or it may be isosceles triangle also. Now, that lamina or the plane surface, it can rest like this, that is called as edge condition, or it can rest like this, it is called as a corner condition. Now, what you are going to solve here, or what is that actual drawing? Now, if I keep any plane surface, for example, this triangle, if I keep it on HP with one of the side and the lamina is parallel to VP, it should be parallel to VP. Then what is the front view now? If I keep this triangle parallel to VP like this, so in this position, what is the front view? Front view looks like a triangle, the actual size, whatever the size is there here. So, same size front view I am going to get like this. Then what is the top view of this? Since the thickness of this is neglected, so the top view, if you observe it from the top, it looks like a very thin line like this. If you observe here, it looks like a light line, a straight line with minimum thickness. That means, for the triangular lamina, if I hold it like this, then its front view will be like this, a triangle, and its top view, it will be a line, it will be a straight line. Now, all the plane surfaces, for example, I have a square, or a triangle. So, it will be named with A to Z, any letters, A, B, C, all the corners are named. So, if it is square, then it will be A, B, C and D, all small letters. If it is pentagon, then A, B, C, D, E. So, like this you have to name all the corners of the polygon, you have to give one name for this. So, this is the naming procedure. Then its front view will be named as A dash, B dash, that is as usual. The top view will be named as A, B, C, D, front view A dash, B dash. Now, what is the procedure you have to remember? While solving the problems on plane surfaces, first you have to go through that problem and identify which condition, is it resting on one of the edge or one of the corner. That is a very important point. Then second point is the surface of the lamina. Now, this is the lamina or the plane surface. So, if it is resting like this, so it is a edge condition, or if it is resting like this, then it becomes a corner condition, and this is called as the lamina or the surface of the lamina. So, once you decide is it edge or corner condition, then the second step is you have to once again you have to read the problem and you have to identify the surface of the lamina is inclined to which plane surface? Surface of the lamina is inclined to HP or surface of the lamina is inclined to VP. Now, I will show you one of the example. So, a pentagonal lamina of this size is resting on HP with one of its edges, resting on HP with one of its edge like this. The lamina is inclined to HP, the lamina is inclined to HP, that means the surface of the lamina is inclined to HP, and the side on which lamina is resting, now the lamina is resting on this side, the side on which the lamina is resting is inclined to VP at 60 degree or any other angle that it can be given in the problem, maybe 60 or 30 or 45. The edge on which lamina is resting is inclined to VP at 45 degree. That means, first we have to keep it on the condition, that is edge condition, then you have to give the surface inclination, surface is inclined to HP. Then they told the edge on which it is resting on one of the edge like this. So, this edge is inclined to VP, that means it is not like this. So, one surface inclination is over. Next step is we have to give the edge inclination. So, it will be in this position. You can see here one of the edge is inclined, this edge is inclined now, inclined to VP. So, you have to follow that procedure, first read the problem, then decide is it edge condition or corner condition, first step. Second step is the surface of the lamina or lamina is inclined or the surface of the plane surface is inclined to HP or VP, that you have to decide. Now, if the plane surface or if the lamina is inclined to HP, then you have to start from HP. Your drawings will start from, first drawing will be on HP. If the surface of the lamina is inclined to VP, then we are going to start it from VP. That means, from where you have to start. If the surface of the lamina is inclined to HP, then you have to start from HP only. If the surface of the lamina is inclined to VP, then your first step will be on VP according to the given condition, maybe the corner condition or edge condition. Then after that, you have to give the surface inclination in the second, surface inclination like this, surface is inclined to HP. Once this condition is satisfied, then you have to go for the second condition, that is the edge on which lamina is inclined. So, it is this is the edge on which lamina is resting, surface is inclined to HP now. The edge is inclined to VP. So, I can tilt it like this or I can tilt like this. So, this is the last step. So, actually this is the pentagonal lamina. If I hold it parallel to VP, so it looks like a regular pentagon. Now, I will take one example. A pentagonal lamina of 50 mm side is resting on HP with one of its edges. The surface of the lamina is inclined to HP at some angle 30 degree. The edge on which lamina rests is inclined to VP at an angle of 45 degree like this or like this. Then what is the procedure for this? So, we will take one simple example. A pentagonal lamina of 40 mm side is resting on HP with one of its sides. The lamina is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, and the side on which lamina rests is inclined at 60 degrees to VP. Draw its projection. So, this is a simple problem just to understand the concept of that. So, a pentagonal lamina of 40 mm side is resting on HP with one of its sides. The lamina is inclined at 30 degrees to HP, and the side on which lamina rests is inclined at 60 degree to VP. Draw its projection. Projection means you have to draw the front view and top view. Now, what you have to draw? Actually, this is a pentagonal lamina resting with one of its sides on HP. So, the lamina is inclined at 30 degrees to HP like this, and the side on which it is resting is inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to VP like this. Now, in this position, what is the front view? That you have to write. This is the actual solution. If I hold the pentagon in this position, how it looks for you? If I hold it like this, it is a regular pentagon, you can write it. But if I hold it in this position, that is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to HP, and the side is inclined at 60 to VP. So, this is the position. In this position, how it looks for you? That is the front view. Similarly, in this position, what is the top view? So, this is the final answer you have to get. So, in single step, it is not possible to get this view, because the pentagon will be compressed. So, in the top view as well as you are not going to get a regular pentagon. It will be a small pentagon and it will be irregular only. All the sides are not equally compressed. So, that is why you cannot draw it directly. We have to follow the steps. So, what is the step? Read the problem. Resting on one of its edges or sides, side or edge, one and the same. Some of the problem they will give it as edge. So, that means it is resting on one of the sides like this. Then what is the inclinations given? Inclined at 32 HP, and the side on which it is resting is inclined at 62 VP. So, surface of the lamina is inclined to which plane? The lamina is inclined at 62 HP. Lamina is inclined means the surface of the lamina. That means the surface of the lamina is inclined at 30 degrees to HP. So, lamina inclination is to HP. That means your drawing will start from HP. First step is you have to keep the lamina on HP, so that one of the edge will come here, not simply placing any like this. You have to place it so that one of the edges perpendicular to VP. One of the edges perpendicular to VP means perpendicular to XY line, because it is the edge condition. If it is a corner condition, then I have to place a corner here. I have to get a corner, not simply placing at any position. You have to take care that when the corner condition, this side should be perpendicular to XY line similarly. So, this is the first step. Place it like this, one of the edge condition. Now, you write the front view and top view of this. You will get the pentagon and the front view will be a straight line. Then second step is, always in the second step you have to give the surface inclination. So, here there are two inclinations will be there. One will be the surface inclination and the other one will be the line inclination. One will be the surface inclination and the other one will be a line inclination. So, there is a difference. For example, if you take this triangle, now here this is the surface inclination of this surface. Line inclination means one of the edge is inclined. Now, you can see here the edge is inclined at some angle, or maybe this altitude, that is the height. If you draw a line here, vertical line, now this line may be inclined. In some of the problem they will mention the altitude is inclined, that means it is a line inclination, or in a circular lamina we tell it is the diameter. So, inclination of the diameter means it is not the surface inclination, it is the line inclination of the diameter, or the diagonal is inclined in case of rectangle or square. Diagonal means it is the line inclination. So, there are two inclinations, one is the surface inclination and the second one will be the line inclination. Always first you have to give the surface inclination, always you have to give the surface inclination first, then the line inclination while drawing here. Now, I will explain you the procedure for solving this. First you draw the xy line. So, all these problems will be solved only in the first quadrant, that means it is VP and HP for all the problems. So, I am not going to write every time, you have to write it in all the problems VP and HP, XY. Now, you have to draw the pentagon for the edge condition or side condition, that means I have to keep it like this, pentagon, so that one of the side is perpendicular to this, not simply placing at any position. So, what is the procedure? Draw a line, like this, draw a line from here. You have to draw one more line at 108 degree, then one more line here at 108, then take the compass and you have to complete. You are going to get the, first you draw this line, then 108, 108, then take the compass and keep it here and draw this arc and draw the other arc. So, the pentagon we are going to obtain. Now, this is for the edge condition. If it is for the corner condition, then you have to draw like this. First drawing will be like this. You have to get a corner here instead of edge. You have to get a corner. That means this edge should be perpendicular to x1, not simply getting any corner like this. You have to draw so that this edge will be perpendicular. Even though it is corner condition, you cannot start the pentagon from the corner. You have to start from a line. But only thing is you have to, instead of drawing the line here, you have to draw a line here, then come back like this. This line will be drawn here, then two more lines, then arc, then finally you are going to get a corner. That is the procedure for corner condition. So, we can't start from the corner, you have to start with a line only, but the line, this line will be drawn here. Draw a line, then 108, 108, then the corner will come here. Then dimension the side of this, how much? 40 mm. Then name the corners A, B, C, D, E. Then if I keep it like this, the top view is a pentagon. What is the front view? Front view is a line. Project all the points up with a light line like this. Then this is the front view, a dark line. Then what is the name of this line? Name all these points. What is this point? This is A dash, and inside the bracket this point E dash. Similarly, this point is, it will, D and B will be in the same line. So, that is why this point will be B dash and inside the bracket D dash. Similarly, this point is projected here, this becomes C dash. So, this is the front view and this is the top view. This is the first step. What is that first step? The edge condition. So, second step is you have to give the surface inclination. It is given here. You have to give the surface. Surface is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to HP. Now, any plane surface, for example, I will take this rectangle. What is the top view now? Top view will be rectangle. What is the front view? Front view is a straight line. Now, if I give some inclination for the surface, surface is inclined at 30 degree, then what is the front view now? The front view looks like a line. What is this angle? What is the angle of this? Angle is the surface inclination. So, the front view looks like a straight line which is inclined at an angle which is equal to the surface inclination. That is the procedure of giving the surface inclination. First step is always like this only. Any shape, it may be pentagon, hexagon or rectangle. First step is you have to write it either on HP or on VP. How we are going to decide? If the surface is inclined to HP, then we will start from HP. If this is VP, the lamina is inclined to VP, that means this pentagon will come here in VP. That you have to remember. The surface of the lamina is inclined to HP means you have to start from HP. So, that is why when the surface is inclined, so it looks like a straight line. Now, similarly here, so first step is over, second step is surface inclined. So, what is the front view now? Front view will be a line. That means the same front view what we have obtained, front view looks like a straight line. So, if you lift like this is the pentagon. So, we have to lift like this. How much? So that the 30 degree angle. So, leave some gap and draw a line at 30 degree and length is exactly equal to this only. Same front view we have to copy it here and take the compass and measure this distance and you have to keep it here. All the points, then all the names also, A dash, E dash inside the bracket, B dash and D dash is inside the bracket, this is C dash. And this angle you have to write it, how much? 30 degree. What we have done? The front view which is a line like this, I have lifted like this to an angle of 30 degree. And this line should be on the xy. Now, you have to observe here, this is a point with the two names. What is the name of that? A dash and E dash. That indicates it is a edge or it is a side. Side means there will be 2 points, A and E. If it is a edge condition, then the point which will touch on the xy line, there will be 2 names for that particular point. That is the meaning of edge condition. If your drawing is wrong, then you will get only one. For example, if you tilt it like this, then this becomes C dash, only one name for that. That means one means it is a corner. The same front view, if you tilt it like this, I will get like this. What is the name of that? This C is here. So, this is for the corner condition. For the edge condition, we have to tilt it like this. Then project it down, all the points, project all the points down. Then project horizontally all these A, B, C, D, E. All these lines should be very light Now you mark all the points, start from A. Where is A? A is in this line. Where is A dash? A dash is here. So, intersection of this is A. B, B dash. Now you join A, B, C, D by a dark line. So, this is the top view of the pentagon when you give some angle. If you tilt it like this, if you look from the top, it looks like this. Is these two are equal? No. This is a regular pentagon, all the sides are equal. How much? It is 40 mm, but this is not a regular pentagon. In this, only one side is 40 mm. Which one? AE is 40 mm. Remaining all the sides are compressed. They are not equal. They are not equally compressed. So, do not think all these remaining 4 sides are equal. So, these 2 sides will be equal, these 2 sides will be equal, and this is different, like that. So, it is irregular now. We cannot say what is the length of this. So, this is the top view when one of the angle is given. When 30° angle is given, the top view looks like this. So, one step is over. The HP inclination inclined at 30° to HP. So, it looks like this. Now, you have to satisfy the second condition. What is that second condition? The side on which laminar rest is inclined at 60° to VP. The lamina is resting on which side? Lamina is resting on AE. It is resting on AE. How to check it? Check in the second position. Which point is touching on the XY line? AE. That means it is resting on AE. What they told? The side on which laminar rest is inclined to 60°. The side on which laminar rest, that is side AE or edge AE, is inclined at an angle of 60° to VP. That means you leave some gap and draw a light 60° line, a light line, then copy this pentagon from the second position. So, in the computer it will be very easy, there will be a copy command, but here you have to draw it manually. So, copy this and not the first figure. Once the second figure is obtained, no use of this. These two are not equal and they are not, this is not a regular, this is a regular, this is irregular polygon now. So, you have to copy this second figure and you have to place it here. How we have to place? The edge AE should be on this 60° line. We have drawn a line. So, on this you measure this distance and draw that, take the measurement and keep it here and call this as A and E. Then take all other measurements and you have to reproduce this. So, now you cannot start with the 108° because these all angles are not 108, because it is not a regular polygon now. So, we can't take 108°, 108°, we cannot continue. You have to take all the dimensions. Any convenient method you can use, that is left to your drawing skill. So, easiest method is this pentagon is inscribed with an imaginary box. You can see here, there is a box. What is the size of that box? It will be the projection lines, vertical projection line and horizontal projection lines are there, it is inscribed. If you copy that box from A some distance, so same distance on the other side. So, I will measure this distance, I will mark it here. Similarly, on the other side from A this much distance. So, these two will be equal. From this point I will draw a perpendicular. So, please listen here, it is not simply drawing a line, it should be perpendicular to this 60°. So, this 60° line what you have done, for this I have to draw a exact perpendicular and it is a light line. like this. It should be perpendicular, not simply drawing any oblique lines. Then you measure this distance. What is the length of this? From here to here or from here to here. You take the compass and take the measurement and cut that line to the same length. Similarly here also. Then complete that box. Similarly, you take this distance from this line to here, how much? Keep it here and keep it here and draw one more line, light line, and mark the points. Where is that point? The one point will be here, one more point will be here, and from this corner you can take this distance from this corner. How much distance? So this is the point C. So this becomes B, C, D. Now you join so you will get the same figure which is here and it is copied. And all these lines what you have drawn, it should be very light. Only the pentagon should be visible, the remaining all the lines should be very light. Use the 2H pencil. Now same figure we have copied it, only the difference is instead of drawing it like this, I have tilted at an angle of 60 degree. Now you have to project all the points up, draw the vertical light lines A, C, then D and E. Similarly here project horizontally from C dash, from B dash, D dash, draw a light horizontal line, then already A and E is on XY line itself. Now you mark carefully all the points. You should be very careful. Where is A? A is on the XY line. Where is A here? A is in this. So this becomes intersection of A dash and A. This becomes the once again the A dash. Where is B? B is here in this line. Where is B here? So intersection of this B dash and B. So this point becomes B dash. Similarly, C, C dash. So this becomes C dash. D dash and D, and E, E dash. Now you join all the lines in the sequence A, E, then B, C, D, E. So this is the final figure, how the pentagon looks. If you give the inclination as per the given problem, that is resting on one of the edge, surface inclined at 30 degree, and the edge on which lamina is resting is inclined at an angle of 60 degree, then the front view will be like this and its top view will be like this. This is the final position or the solution for this particular problem, these 3 steps. So this is the final view. So all these are not regular polygon. In this set of drawings, only the first figure will be a regular. That means all the sides are equal and all the internal angles are 108. Remaining all, these are all the irregular polygons. So that is why you don't use the angle method for anywhere for drawing this. You have to copy the figure from the second step to the third step, then project it up, project horizontally, and you have to get this. So you practice this, practice the drawing of pentagon, then drawing of hexagon, square, rectangle, triangle. So, all these polygons you have to practice in the notebook and practice this problem. This is one example, it is not from the question bank, one example so that you can understand the concept. From the next class we will solve the problems from the question bank only. You have to practice it on the notebook.